Welcome into the Heritage Sports Network. Heritage Academy boys getting ready for their first action of the season, facing East Rankin Academy. I'm Ty Goldman alongside Britt Vine, broadcasting this one to you tonight live from Heritage Academy in Columbus, Mississippi. Heritage in all white with blue and red trim. Script Heritage across the front. East Rankin in all navy with some white and red trim, and Patriots across the front.
Yeah, good jersey matchup for tonight. I got a good feeling about this game.
And usually don't see this a lot. Jump ball is
goes out of bounds.
Tipped out of bounds. So we're going to re-jump.
Oh, they redo it. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to re-jump here.
I figured they'd just give the possession to whoever it is.
Ball tipped back. Is that what we got? Two in a row. Two in a row knocked out of bounds.
What do we got going? Oh, and now this time we're not going to re-jump.
Now we're not going to re-jump.
I said you get 2 strikes and you're out.
So East Rankin will start with a basketball. Liam Polk with it. Heavy defense from Heritage. Now to Bedford, they're going to call a travel. A travel on Jordan Bedford of East Rankin. And Heritage will get the basketball. Heritage coming off a 5A state title last year, went 24-6. Head coach Andrew Howell, assistant coach Jay Lofton, also assistant coach Cannon Yates. Really hopeful about this team this year, and Coach Andrew Howell told me thought he had a lot more depth this year than he does last year. Heritage working it down low. The ball stolen away by East Rankin.
Wow, I'm surprised he wasn't out of bounds when he passed it back in right there.
Yeah, that was really close. And so now Channing Dibley with the basketball. Dibley, senior on this team. Hard work by Brennan Frazier defensively. Ball knocked out of bounds by him, and East Rankin will have a sideline inbound from the scorer's table. Inbound into the backcourt again. Brennan Frazier working hard defensively, but a little bit too physical there, and a foul on him. Just into this one here. 7:09 to play in the first quarter, no score.
Yeah, I can already tell this is going to be a scrappy, very aggressive game.
East Rankin with it. It's Polk with the basketball. Now they get it to Ingram. Now swing it all the way back to Dibley. Now Polk with it. I'll try a long three. It's Dibley. Shot no good. Ball rebounded by East Rankin. Dibley with it again. Driving right side on Frazier, and the ball stolen away. Willis throws it down the floor to Xavier Weber. Weber will reset. They kick into the corner. 3-ball up from Deuce Walker. It's no good. And Walker playing some tough physical defense, and he fouls Channing Dibley. A couple quick fouls early for Heritage. Playing at physical defense, trying to get into their own now. And a push by Dibley. So now a foul offensively. He's kind of surprised about that call. But
I'm also a little surprised about that.
I thought I saw a little bit of an extension there from Dibley. I hope I'm saying it right, either Dibley or Dively. I'll probably dive between both of those two tonight.
That was a good one, Ty.
I'm here for comedic relief, too.
Oh.
Ball thrown out of bounds by Deuce.
Speaking of comedic relief,
that one thrown out of bounds by Deuce Walker, looking for his teammate on the right wing. So a couple early turnovers from Heritage. No points yet by either team through 2 minutes of this game.
It's going to be a fun game, man.
Seems like that's what it's going to shape up to be. Dibley driving inside, and a foul called. They're going to call that on Xavier Weber, senior for this team. Side out inbound for East Rankin. Ball fought for on the ground. A jump ball, possession arrow, Heritage. Good work by Deuce Alexander, who has been all over Channing Dibley so far in this one.
Yeah, he's a really good defender from what I've seen so far. He's going to be tough to score on, and I have a feeling that he's going to have a very easy time scoring when the time comes.
It's going to be a travel by Braden Shelton. Tried to drop step inside, but got tripped up on a foot and ended up traveling after being tripped up. Heritage works some man-to-man defense, really the full length of the floor, and Walker puts a shoulder into it. East Rankin player, and so he's going to check out early on as his brother Tylen Walker going to check in. Yeah, Deuce just got to be smarter than that. He, leaned his shoulder in on that one. They're going to call that every time. 4 early team fouls on Heritage Academy.
Yeah, there's a difference between aggressive defense and just pure stupidity.
So Willis for the basketball after a steal for Heritage. Goes up with a layup on the left hand. No good. Rebound for Shelton. His shot no good. Ball fought forward by Shelton. They end up swinging it around the three-point arc. Driving inside is Xavier Weber, and he lays it in, and will go to the line and shoot an extra.
Yeah, that was a good move by him.
So takes Heritage a little bit to get on the board. They finally do at the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Xavier Weber at the line, misses the first. This is really his only shot, as that was an and one attempt. 2-0 Heritage. Driving is Dibley. He goes up with the right hand and good.
That was Swifty.
Yeah, nice layup there. Got good speed on him. Drives to the rack and scores. 2-2 here. Xavier Weber with the basketball. Now kicking right wing to Willis. Now cross court to Tylen Walker. Walker back cross court again to Willis. Now they swing top of the key to Brennan Frazier. Now back to Willis. Willis on the right wing. Kicking into the corner. Xavier Weber dribbling with that left hand. And now back to Frazier. We have a foul or a violation inside on Heritage. It is on Braden Shelton, I believe, a 3-set call.
Man, that's a shame because they were passing the ball. They swung the ball probably 7 or 8 times on that possession. I was excited to see where that would have resulted in, but violation is called.
East Rankin with it. It's Dibley with the basketball. He drives right on Xavier Weber, going to the lane, ends up just kind of throwing it to Brody Durham, and the ball's knocked away. Heritage down the floor. Tylen Walker with it in the left corner. Gets it top of the key to Willis. He'll try top of the key 3 off left side of the backboard. Rebounded by Heritage. Kick out Tylen Walker. Left corner 3 off really the wedge of the goal, and a foul on the floor by Heritage Academy's Braden Shelton. Fast-paced action early on in this one, but not a lot of scoring. 2-2 with 3:35 to go in the first quarter. That was the 5th team foul on Heritage, and so for the rest of the first quarter, East Rankin going to be shooting free throws.
Yeah, and we saw the polar opposite of that during the girls' game. It was actually East Rankin that had the same amount of fouls and ended up in the bonus early on. And now it's the opposite.
First free throw good by East Rankin's Braden Ingram, a junior on this team. Head coach for the boys of East Rankin is Josh Flint, assisted by Tyler Flint. So they have their first lead in the ball game. Back half of the 2 shots missed, 3-2, and here comes Weber storming down the floor. Weber out of Frazier, tries the left wing 3, it's good. Nice shot from Frazier. Heritage has tried a couple of threes early on. They hadn't fallen, but Frazier has the first one of the ball game for the Patriots.
Yeah, and that was a good open look.
Illegal screen going to be called on Braden Ingram.
Wow.
And so a turnover for East Rankin. I tell you what, the defensive pressure from Heritage and from both teams, but at least in terms of us calling for Heritage, that defensive pressure has been insane so far. It seems like Heritage does not get tired.
No, not at all. They are unrelenting. They are relentless. Whatever word you want to use, it's all applicable here.
Kick into the corner to Tylen Walker. His 3 up, no good. He's able to get his own rebound. Ball is passed out to Brennan Frazier, who nails another 3.
There we go.
Frazier with 2 early threes. He has 6 of Heritage's 8 points. And the Patriots lead by 5, and here comes the defense chance. Kick into the right wing, driving down towards the baseline is Polk, and a foul on the floor. Going to go on Tylen Walker of Heritage. Polk is going to go to the line, shoot free throws.
Yeah, that's a tough foul to get called.
A tough foul there, maybe just a little bit too physical. Again, we
Yeah.
mentioned Heritage's defense has been that way so far. Very, very physical. So Polk at the line, a junior on this team. He nails the first shot. Heritage starting to have a little bit more offensive success. Back-to-back possessions with a 3. Checking in for the East Rankin Patriots is going to be number 11, Andrew Stevens, replacing Braden Ingram. Stevens, a sophomore. Polk still at the line. He's going to shoot again, and he nails it to make it 8-5. Here comes Xavier Weber down the floor.
Yeah, so not a lot of scoring so far, but been a pretty entertaining first quarter as these teams have been they've been relentless on defense.
Physicality has been something to marvel at. 3 ball up, no good from Frazier. Ball knocked out of bounds and off of East Rankin. Austin Stump was fighting for that rebound for Heritage. The ball was knocked out of bounds. Referee checking really between Stump and Polk of East Rankin. Frazier looking inbound, gets it up top to Xavier Weber. Back into the corner to Frazier. Frazier driving baseline, kicks all the way. They swing left wing 3 to Xavier Weber. Off front iron, no good. Couple threes have missed so far for Heritage.
Yeah, that was a good little sequence, though. They got him an open look, just not able to fall.
Good passing, continuing to move the basketball. Those looks maybe will fall at some point later on.
Yeah, for sure.
Tough jump shot from Jordan Bedford, and it does not fall. Heritage down now the other way. Tylen Walker with it, and a nice move inside the layup.
That was nasty. It's going full speed, almost came to a complete stop, and Euro stepped that John in.
Dibley with basketball, and he's fouled by Chris Willis. And Andrew Howell, head coach Andrew Howell, talking about that foul, maybe a little confused with it.
Yeah, I didn't see much there on that one.
Yeah, maybe just put his chest into him is at least what I think the call is going to be. Coach imploring with one of our referees here. As Channing Dibley going to shoot free throws, he misses the first. 10-5 Heritage, 1:31 to play in the first quarter. Dibley misses both. That's going to be an over the back on Andrew Stevens. Get me out there to referee. I saw that one from our broadcast area here.
Yeah. Always good when you got an expert referee in the broadcast booth.
Willis with it. Tried to throw a no-look pass inside to Stump. The ball's off of the hands of Stump.
Yeah, I just don't think he was ready for that one.
That one did come in a little hot,
It
too.
did, yeah. That was a Brett Favre rocket ball if I've ever seen one.
Brennan Frazier going to check out, and William Golden will come in for Heritage Academy, seeing his first minutes. To the basketball is Dibley. Out of Polk. Now looking inside to Stevens. Going to work on Stump. Stump is going to foul Stevens on the floor. Coach Howell telling Stump to stay straight up, keep the hands off.
Yeah.
Stevens going to go to the line, and that one hits hard off glass and off rim and misses. 10-5 the score. Heritage leads with 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Fast-paced action so far. Been tough for both teams to score. That free throw
There we
good.
go.
So we'll see if Heritage Academy can answer. Xavier Weber, main ball handler for this team, gets it now to William Golden. Back to Weber. They swing it all the way to Tylen Walker, left wing, continuously swinging along the perimeter. Now to Golden. Back to Tylen Walker on the left wing. They're trying to look inside as well. Now they go cross court to Golden. Now down low to Stump, and Stump travel.
Yeah, he just caught it. It was a little off balance there, and he just had to take a little bit of an extra hop to stay upright, and ended up getting called for the travel. That was a good possession as well, though. They're doing a good job swinging the ball.
But also, too, East Rankin doing a good job of denying the inside pass.
Absolutely, for sure.
Divley just fell down. I think it's going to go off of Heritage, though. It's going to go off of Heritage, so it'll stay with East Rankin. Checking in is going to be Brennan Frazier. Checking out will be Stump. And Heritage Academy will play a little bit of small ball here. Drive down the baseline for Polk, and he throws it away. Down the floor is Tylen Walker. Walker with a right-handed layup, and it falls.
There we go.
Has the clock running down here in the first quarter. 14 seconds and counting. Divley down the floor, guarded by Weber. Driving inside, he'll kick out. 3-ball up from Bedford, no good. Rebound Walker, got a chance, and just a full court heave. Had some time.
He really did.
As the ball hits out of bounds to end the quarter. Tylen Walker definitely had some time there to fire a shot off or at least get it down the floor further, but maybe
taken
just
a couple more dribbles at least.
Yeah, maybe he didn't have, maybe he had the wrong idea of what time was on the clock there. So with that missed shot, that'll end the first quarter. Heritage up 12-6 over East Rankin. A ball game in which, this is Heritage's first ball game. East Rankin has played a couple so far. Things haven't gone their way so much this year. East Rankin has struggled over the past couple of years as a basketball program. Heritage, on the other hand, has not. Obviously winning a state title last year, and they've been good even before that. So Heritage expecting to win, but also trying to shake the rust off a little bit as they come into the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And you say shake the rust off because, like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, I mean, this is their first game because a lot of their players are on the football roster.
Exactly.
And of course, they
football
did play.
just got done with the state championship.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, definitely having to shake some of the rust off. I think they're doing a pretty good job. I just think they got to – it's not biting them yet, but they've committed a lot of fouls. East Rankin has been at the free throw line a lot, and they just Heritage is very lucky they have not capitalized. It would probably be a tie game right now if they.
Yeah, you're right. East Rankin has missed some free throws
Absolutely.
in this ball game. So I love the physicality defensively for
Absolutely.
Heritage. Just got to learn to play with smart physicality. So East Rankin will start with a basketball to start the second quarter. Divley with it. The ball stolen away by Weber. Weber up the floor to Tylen Walker. He goes up with the right hand. A wild layup and a foul on East Rankin's Liam Polk. Just an acrobatic layup right there.
Yeah,
and
Polk's limping a little bit. He came down hard.
Yeah, he most definitely did. Tylen Walker drew the foul, so he's going to go to the line. I think Polk is going to check out. Looks like East Rankin's going to bring in a player. Can't quite see the number. I think that's number 5.
Yeah,
number 5, Leighton Phillips. So meanwhile, Tylen Walker at the line. One of the two twins on this, or one of the two brothers on this team. Brothers with Deuce. And he nails the first free throw as Polk does check out of the ball game. And replacing him again is Leighton Phillips. Second free throw no good, so 13-6 Heritage to start here in the second quarter. Divley down the floor. Guarded by Xavier Weber. Defense chant here down below us from the Heritage bench.
It looks like Xavier Weber is talking at the same time as defending. He's trying to get in their head a little bit. I like it.
Frazier with it down the floor after a steal for Heritage. Goes up with a layup. It's no good. Somehow weaved his way through and was able to lay that one.
Yeah.
Or at least attempt a layup. It did not fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Heritage drawing 2 early fouls, shooting layups inside the paint so far in this first quarter. And they are getting to the line here, 1 for 2 so far this quarter. And now make that 1 for 3 as Frazier can't nail the first one. Frazier, an 11th grader, has hit 2 threes in this game. It really got the Heritage offense rolling in the first quarter. And he misses both. So Heritage, just like, East Rankin in that first quarter, not taking advantage of their free throw attempts. We'll see if that changes as we move through the rest of the second quarter. Ball knocked away, but into the hands of Andrew Stevens, and he goes up and scores. So East Rankin on the board. 13-8. Weber finds some space, drives inside a right elbow shot, no good. Rebound, East Rankin. It's Phillips with the rebound. He just threw it down the floor and away.
He threw it to no man's land right there.
Threw it to Xavier Weber. And Weber looks inside to Frazier, who was open but had to go. He didn't have enough room. A Euro step inside and a dunk from Chris Willis. Nice dish from Xavier Weber, and he found Chris Willis, who slammed it home, 15-8.
Yeah, that was good by him. He faked like he was going to do a Euro to the left and just kicked it out to the right, wide open for the dunk. That was a nice play.
Bedford with it, guarded down below us by Frazier. Good defensive work. Bedford still comes up with it, tries a jump shot that won't fall. Weber is open down the floor, and they throw it to him, but a little too tall. And thrown out of bounds, a turnover for Heritage. I think maybe in that scenario, maybe try and just keep the basketball. You only got one player down the floor. It would be Weber who tried to do all the work by himself. As athletic as he is, I think you'd like your odds bringing it down the floor and setting up your offense.
Definitely, yeah. I see why he tried to do that, but I agree. Definitely just try to slow it down a little bit. I mean, the defenders are going to get there pretty quick anyway. Just slow down, try to create a possession. Instead it results in a turnover. Yeah,
turnover for East Rankin. Weber with a nice dish and a missed layup from Walker, who had it open. And now, meanwhile, ball is knocked out of bounds off of Heritage, and I don't think that was off of Heritage.
I don't think it was either.
I thought it went off the leg of Liam Polk, if you ask me. But they call it out on Heritage, and Brody Durham is going to inbound for East Rankin. And East Rankin has the basketball now. Offensively, 5:37 to go in the second quarter. They trail 15-8 to your Heritage Academy Patriots. Heritage in their first game of the season. Tivoli going to work. Now they get it to Bedford. Bedford inside. Stevens goes up and does not make it. Willis with a rebound for Heritage. Willis down the floor already with a dunk in this one. Kicks it into the left corner. Walker had an open three but bobbled the basketball. He kicks it cross court, and now they swing it into Weber in the right corner.
Some kind of violation on Heritage.
A violation on the Patriots. And so it'll be a turnover for Heritage. Here comes Dibley of East Rankin. Crossing his way down the floor, guarded by Xavier Weber, and Weber stole it away from him. Some Heritage Patriots streaking down the floor. Weber takes it all the way, and a right-handed layup falls. Nice work from him defensively in this ball game. Now some open space for Dibley, who drives down the floor, goes up, layup too far, rebound, and a putback is good from Stevens, and he's also fouled in the process. He'll go to the line to shoot and try and convert the and one.
Yeah, Brendan Frazier wasn't a fan of that call. Not a professional lip reader, but I believe he said I didn't foul him.
Yeah, Frazier with some early fouls, and this one had to sit early on in that first quarter, or didn't play as much, but also a guy that had to sit too was Deuce Walker, who had some early fouls, and he's going to finally check back into the ball game.
Go.
But before that, we'll have a timeout by head coach Josh Flint of East Rankin, with the score being 17-11, Heritage Academy leading the East Rankin Patriots. I want to take this time to thank our Heritage Academy sponsors for the 2025-2026 athletic season: Tompkins Law Firm, Bank First, Elite Physical Therapy, Falcon Contracting, Zachary's Restaurant, Chick-fil-A Columbus, International Paper, Southern Pipe and Supply, Life Choices Pregnancy Care Center, Allegro Family Clinics, Allegro OBGYN, Atlas Recover and Towing, BOSS Realty, Woodard Law, Sunflower, Truesdale Plumbing, Bill Russell Ford Lincoln, Curtis Optometry Group, Holsey Logging and Grand Trucking, Squincher, Wheeler Roofing, and Sprint Mart. Again, that's not all, and we'll thank the rest of those sponsors for our 2025-2026 athletic season later. But I want to thank you to those that I just read off and to the ones that I'll read off in just a little bit. Thank you very much to all of our Heritage Academy athletic sponsors. We appreciate what you do for Patriots Athletics. Out of the timeout, Heritage Academy has the basketball, and taking it up the floor is Brennan Frazier. Frazier now to Tylen Walker. Now into the corner to Deuce Walker. Now down low, Chris Willis goes up with a reverse layup. No good. Ball tipped around, saved by Tylen Walker, but to no avail. He was out of bounds before he could save it, and so East Rankin with the basketball. Dibley with it. He brings it up the floor, guarded by Willis. Dibley just lost that basketball, and here comes Tylen Walker down the floor, streaking down the floor, and a layup with the right hand on the left side of the goal. It falls, and he'll go to the line as he was fouled to convert the three-point play, or at least try to.
Yeah, that was a nice job there. He kind of hesitated a little bit to draw the contact, and he ended up getting the foul, and shot was able to fall. So that was a good job by him.
Walker going to try and convert on the three-point play, and his free throw falls. So 20-11, Heritage, 4:07 to play in the second quarter. I tell you what, the speed between the two brothers, Deuce and Tylen Walker, man,
It's
I mean, they are some speedy guys and really give a lot to Heritage Academy's basketball team.
Absolutely. They add a whole nother element to their offense for sure.
Exactly. And a turnover, a ball thrown away by East Rankin. Down the floor is Deuce Walker. He lost the basketball, tried to throw it out to his teammate Xavier Weber, and it went between Weber's legs and out of bounds. Deuce Walker will switch on to Channing Dibley, guarding him very closely.
That's a tough job. Tough job trying to get down the court with a defender like that on you.
I mean, yeah, he is stuck like glue to it. Meanwhile, Bedford with a long two-pointer that doesn't fall. A follow-up shot no good, and here comes Willis down the floor. Willis fakes a pass, lays it up with the left hand. Nice move there by Willis.
Very nice.
He's already got a couple points in this one. Long pass down the floor. They end up trying to get it to Leighton Phillips, and it's out on Phillips and out of bounds. Another turnover for East Rankin. Turnovers really racking up for this East Rankin team.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now quickly down the floor to Deuce Walker. A pass into the corner to Tylen Walker. They swing it all the way around the perimeter. Back to Chris Willis, driving inside, kicks left wing. Tylen Walker with a three, too long. Love the ball movement.
Yeah.
Not able to nail the three, though.
Yeah, not a lot of careless passes by this Heritage team. It's very sporadic and it's very chaotic, but it's very controlled at the same time.
Meanwhile, a layup for Andrew Stevens, a little too overzealous, was Deuce Walker defensively guarding down on the post. And so it's 22-13, Heritage with under 2.5 to play in the first half. Tylen Walker with it, now gets it down low to Willis, who goes up with the right hand and scores, and is also fouled. And will go to the line and try and convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and Andrew Stevens has his hands full. He's probably the biggest guy on their team. He's down in the paint trying to defend against
all of these athletic guys for Heritage. I mean, it's so athletic. I mean, it's all over this roster as the free throw's good from Willis.
Yeah, not a fun night for a defender going up against really just all of these athletes that Heritage Academy has.
Dibley with it now. They swing it, or at least try to. Ball tipped into the backcourt by Frazier. Dibley went to get it, and Deuce Walker with another foul. He's looking at the bench, saying, I hit the ball.
Yeah. Got to back off a little bit there, Deuce.
So Deuce Walker will check out. William Golden going to come in. And so East Rankin will bring it up the floor. Guarded closely, though, by Brennan Frazier. Dribbling past him, try to throw it inside. It's off the hands of Chris Willis, and it'll stay with East Rankin. Baseline inbound for him. I tell you what, Channing Dibley having to work hard for East Rankin tonight. The defense between Frazier and Willis and Walker, who have guarded him, it's just been tough for Dibley all night. Phillips with the basketball on the left wing. Now back to Dibley, guarded by Tylen Walker. Dibley looking to hand it off. He does. Heritage doing a great work defensively. And a travel. A travel.
He just lost the handle on it a little bit.
Yeah, travel by Phillips. And, yeah, I mean, just great work defensively from Heritage.
Absolutely. I will say, though, there's the East Rankin Patriots, they're showing a lot of poise. They're continuing to stay with it, even though they are being smothered in a sense.
Yeah, really
by this defense.
I think that's a good word for it. Weber with a three-point attempt the other way for Heritage, it does not fall. That's one thing Heritage hadn't been able to do tonight is knock down threes, really struggling. Only 2 threes made in a multitude of attempts.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dibley driving down the lane, finger roll layup, no good. And here comes Weber down the floor. And he dribbles, oh my goodness, what a play. I mean, dribbled through a couple of defenders for East Rankin and scores.
And he stumbled a little bit too and was still able to get the ball up and bank that one home.
A foul by Heritage here. So East Rankin will throw in the inbound, and Dibley going to bring it into the front court as the ball is inbounded into the back court. Dibley guarded closely again by Frazier. He'll try top of the key three. The lefty's three, no good. Air ball. Again, like I mentioned, he's just had to work so hard tonight.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Heritage swarming him along with the other Patriots of East Rankin. Three ball up and good from Willis. So there they convert on a three. Willis has played really, really well tonight. A couple of buckets inside with some points at the free throw line, and now a three-pointer.
And we got less than 10 seconds left in this second quarter. It's gone by fast.
Foul on Heritage's Willis, and I think that foul is going to send East Rankin to the line.
It looks like it.
Or nope, it'll be a baseline inbound. Only the fourth team foul on
that's right.
Heritage Academy. So 5.2 seconds on the clock. Dibley going to inbound it, gets it in. Phillips with it, now top of the key to Bedford. He's going to try a long three as the clock expires. It's no good. And at halftime, Heritage Academy controlling this ball game, a 30-13 lead over East Rankin. Done a lot of things well. I've enjoyed the defensive play from Heritage Academy so far in this one, and also offensively, it's taken them a little bit to roll into things. I think one thing they've been able to do in the ball game is they've been able to really swing the ball around, continue to look for open looks. They've converted off of some East Rankin turnovers, done a really good job driving the basketball. They've had a tough time shooting threes, but some of those have fallen, and they're getting open looks, so I'd just say keep shooting. But overall, just what are your thoughts overall from Heritage in that first half?
Yeah, I think that because Heritage has such good athletes, they pose kind of a dual threat in the sense that they're so fast and athletic that they can go to the drive to the basket and make it on their own, but also they're passing the ball a lot. They're doing a lot of these shot fakes and a lot of these stop and goes, acting like they're going to go up and try and make a layup or whatever, but they're doing a good job kicking it out, swinging the ball around like you said, and as we've said, threes haven't really been able to fall. They haven't attempted too many, but the ones that they have just haven't really been able to connect except for
there's been 3 made in that first half.
Frazier.
Two made by Frazier and 1 made by Chris Willis near the end of the first half.
That's right.
Frazier's threes were in the first quarter.
Both back to back.
Exactly. So Frazier has been a spark from three-point range for Heritage Academy. Chris Willis, I think, has overall been a spark. It just offensively for Heritage, and defensively too. I commend everybody defensively. I think they played really, really hard so far defensively. But Chris Willis, offensively for the Heritage Academy Patriots, man, I mean, he's played really well. Has been really physical, driving the basketball inside. Has drawn some fouls, had a dunk in the ball game. Has made some shots at the free throw line, and also made a 3 there at the end of the second half. First half, second quarter. I really like the way he's played offensively so far. What have you seen from him, and has there been anybody else that stood out to you on the floor for Heritage Academy?
Yeah, absolutely. And Chris Willis has done a great job in every facet. I mean, I think that was only his second. I think that might have been his first three-point attempt, and he made it. So, I mean, he's shooting the ball very efficiently. He hasn't gotten a lot of shots up yet, but whenever he does get the ball in his hands, you can just feel that something's good's going to happen because, I mean, so far it has. And other players I'd like to highlight, I mean, Tylen Walker has been really, really good for this team so far. He's been really good on defense. He's been good at attacking the basket, he obviously drew contact on one of the layups he had and ended up going up for an and one. So he's creating good three-point play opportunities for himself. I think he's had a couple of them in the game so far, so
yeah,
he's done a really good job.
Hasn't, in terms of shooting a three-pointer, Walker has had a couple of attempts shooting three ball, has missed those, but, you know, they're open looks, and like we mentioned, you know, Heritage continuing to get open looks here in that first half. So I think, honestly, if you can continue to get those, I'd just say continue to try and shoot the basketball and see if you can make a couple of those. Also, you know, want to mention Deuce Walker, who I think has played with great aggressiveness, sometimes a little bit too aggressive, a couple of fouls early in the first half. He's had to sit and hasn't been able to play as much, but I think I can commend him for the aggressiveness that he has shown. You know, one thing I look for is for Heritage is a presence underneath. You've seen Austin Stump, who has played underneath for Heritage, as well as Braden Shelton. Those two, you know, have struggled at least in the first half. I would like to see, you know, a little bit better play at least from them in the second half. But, you know, again, first game of the season, trying to shake off some of that rust. You're in your first live game action. And those two have great size underneath, and I think that's something that head coach Andrew Howell sees in them. Also, you know, they're getting the ball as well. It's not like they're not getting the ball, and they're trying to go up with it. So things just didn't work out as well for them in the first half. But also one thing, too, you could talk about that has been good for them. I think they've played good defense overall so far, and that's why they've stayed on the floor for some times in that first half. So I think they've played good defense. Offensively, things haven't clicked as well for them, but I think things may start to click in the second half. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, you know, Heritage is probably going to try to shoot more threes in this half, so I think it's going to open up a lot down low. So I feel like they have an opportunity they're going to have an opportunity to score some points here in the second half, but we'll just see how it has to go. You know, maybe they don't get those opportunities, but we'll just have to see how this thing plays out.
Well, yes, we'll have to see. About under a minute and a half to go until the start of the second half. We're going to take a short break here on the Heritage Sports Network. Your score, Heritage 30, East Rankin 13. You're listening to Heritage Boys Basketball on the Heritage Sports Network. Welcome back into the Heritage Sports Network. I'm Ty Goldman alongside Britt Vine. 30-13, Heritage Academy leads East Rankin Academy as we get set to start this second half in the third quarter. Patriots playing in their first game of the season. A lot of these players on the team, on the football team that made it to the state title. So really the first action for Heritage Academy so far in their basketball season. Trying to replicate what they did last year, coming off of a 5A state title. Heritage gets the basketball first at Xavier Weber, who's been really the point guard for Heritage tonight. Now to Frazier, now back to Weber, now back to Frazier, really throwing it between each other.
Yeah. Like Frazier, diamond passing in soccer.
Yeah, Frazier with 2 threes.
All the way across the court.
And, yeah, they go all the way across the court to Deuce Walker. His shot no good. Ball fought for, rebounded by Shelton. Into the corner to Weber. Weber driving inside, a left-hand layup. No good. Rebound, East Rankin.
A little bit of frustration from Weber as that one didn't fall. But
Polk down the floor. Heritage stops ball. Good defense from them. Denying any transition points from East Rankin. And East Rankin will set up their offense. It's now Ingram with it. Looking inside, the ball stolen away. Here comes Deuce Walker. Driving down the right side baseline. Reverse layup in. Use the left hand and with a reverse layup scores. Most definitely tough right there. And Heritage starts the scoring here in the third quarter. In control of this game, 32-13. With the basketball now is Dibley, who's really handled it most of this ball game. A shot now from Ingram at the free throw line does not fall. Down the floor to Weber.
Pass.
Right-hand layup, no good.
Man.
Great pass down the floor from Willis. Weber just could not finish. And here comes East Rankin. Dibley with it, guarded by Walker. throws up a right-hand layup. It does not fall, and ball fought for and tied up between Ingram and Shelton.
He just kind of threw up a prayer of a layup right there. It almost went in,
It
too.
almost fell off that left side of the rim. And so the East Rankin Academy Patriots going to inbound. To the top to Bedford.
Stolen away.
And stolen away. Here comes Frazier down the floor, and a right-handed layup is good. Nice points in transition there. Points off of a turnover. And a 4-0 start to the third quarter from Heritage. Foul on Frazier. He fouls Bedford deep on the left wing.
That's, I think, his third one, I believe.
Either second or third. Again, a lot of these guys have been physical. I think the main thing there with Frazier, just got to at least give Bedford a little bit of space. Just in his grill right there. And as Bedford turned, he turned right into Frazier. That drew the foul. Now a three from Dibley, and it falls.
It's another interesting shot for him.
It falls, though, for him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lefty nails it, and now Willis with it, throwing it inside to Shelton, and Shelton scores. Nice
Beautiful
dish inside.
pass. That was a no-look pass.
And Shelton with a nice finish inside, and he gets on the board. And another steal. It's Deuce Walker with it. Walker, nice dish inside to Weber. Weber waits, power dribbles up, and scores.
Go. Glad he was finally able to get one in there. Just last couple of his layups weren't able to fall, but that one does go in.
Offense starting to click, and the defense turning into offense for Heritage Academy. Bedford with it. Driving inside, gives it off to Ingram. He tries a short corner J from the right side. It does not fall. Ball fought for and out of bounds off of East Rankin. And that's off of East Rankin's Liam Polk. Both Polk and Shelton of Heritage were fighting for it. And so here comes Xavier Weber up the floor, now to Willis. Willis from the right wing looking inside. Nice cut from Weber, and Weber finishes at the glass with two.
I'm not sure what Braden Ingram was doing right there. He was right there. He just decided that he didn't want to play defense.
40-16, Heritage. Heritage outscoring East Rankin 10-3 in this third quarter. 4:37 and counting to go. And a nice tie-up. Shelton with some great hustle.
That's
jump
a
ball
heads-up play right there.
Jump ball possession error will favor Heritage, and it's a turnover for the Patriots. And Shelton going to check out. Some well-deserved rest for him, along with Frazier, who will check out. On the floor is Weber, Walker, Willis, Golden, and also the other Walker, Deuce. Deuce Walker drives inside and lays up inside the paint with the right hand.
That was nice jelly right there.
42-16. Dibley in trouble here now. Bedford with it, and he steps on the out-of-bounds line. Heritage has ramped up the pressure all game in this ball game defensively, but it is really getting to East Rankin.
Absolutely. I think
in this third quarter.
I think now it's starting to get to them. They did a pretty good job of keeping their composure in the first half, but I think now it's really starting to wear them down.
Willis with the basketball. Now to Weber. They swing to Tylen Walker. Walker into the corner to Willis. Willis goes up with an acrobatic right-hand layup, and it's good.
He went up, over, side, and in.
Clean
up,
layup
down,
there.
Down, B-A start.
Clean layup there for Willis. Here's East Rankin trying to get some kind of scoring going. Layup attempt is no good. Ball is out of bounds off of Heritage. With 3:33 to go in the third quarter, Heritage up 44-16, outscoring East Rankin 14-3 in this third quarter. Ball inbounded to Ingram, who goes up with a layup. It's no good. Rebound, though, offensively for Durham. Durham now with it to Phillips, who tries a shot up, no good. Rebound now to Willis. Willis down the floor for Heritage. Driving inside, he's fouled. Fouled by Brody Durham. And Willis is going to go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, that's another tough task, trying to guard Chris Willis in the paint without fouling.
Willis, a junior, and has shown, as he misses that one, but has shown a lot of athleticism in this ball game. Don't have the exact scoring output in this thing, but I'd have to believe he's probably the leading scorer for Heritage. Can't convert, though, at the free throw line. Willis working in the backcourt defensively to no avail. East Rankin gets it down the floor with another missed shot for the Patriots of ERA. And the ball's out of bounds off of Heritage. Inbound to Ingram. Ingram having trouble holding on to the ball. Kicked out to Divley. Now a three ball from Leighton Phillips, and it falls.
Nice.
A three-pointer for them, but Heritage quickly down the floor. It's Tylen Walker throws one up, and it rattles around the rim and falls, and he'll go to the line.
Unbelievable. He turned all the way away from the basket, drew the contact, and was able to finish with that right hand.
I mean, what?
That's ridiculous.
What a layup, and he's got a chance to convert a three-point play here, but man, that was a nice layup. Checking in for Heritage, it's going to be Hollis Finstermasher. And no shot, no good. But a rebound, though, for Heritage. Shot also no good from Weber. Finstermasher comes in and scores. Right place, right time for Hollis. Yeah. And he's on the board, 48-19. Now a 3-second lane violation on East Rankin. And I believe that's going to go on Brody Durham. And Durham's going to check out. Harrison Smith going to replace him for East Rankin. And so 48-19 the score. 2:15 and counting to go here in the third quarter. Tylen Walker with the basketball. Now top of the key to Xavier Weber. Now back to Walker, and the ball stolen away by Phillips. Phillips down the floor with a right-hand layup, and it's good. Nice steal and a nice finish down to the offensive end.
Yeah, it's a couple of possessions. He's had some good scores.
Weber with the basketball. Looking for somebody to pass to. He gives it off to Tylen Walker. Walker now back to Weber. Weber drives inside. Right-handed floater. No good. Ball tipped out off of Heritage. East Rankin basketball. Couple of Heritage Academy Patriots check in. So now on the floor is Deuce Walker, Brennan Frazier, Chris Willis, Tylen Walker, and also Xavier Weber. East Rankin looking to get back on the board again. 11 points in this quarter. Another lane violation on East Rankin. That one on Braden Ingram.
I was watching that. He had his left foot in the lane for a while. He didn't step out of the lane. I was wondering if they were going to call it.
Ingram just setting up camp down there and got caught with his foot in the lane. So Heritage with the basketball. Ball to Walker. Walker driving left, a hop step into the lane, tried to fire it to Willis.
I will say, I think that's the first bad Heritage pass of the entire game. I think every other, I don't think they've had a single careless pass like that.
Pass down the floor from Deuce Walker is caught by Willis, and Willis goes up with it and is fouled. So he will go to the line to shoot two. 57.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. 48-21 Heritage. Looking to move to 1-0 on the season. Free throw no good from Willis. That's, if anything, that's something that he has struggled with tonight, is those free throws, as Braden Shelton checks in for Heritage. Now this one good, so Willis at least able to convert on one there. Down the floor is Polk for East Rankin. Looking inside to Ingram. Ingram going to work on Shelton. His shot no good. Nice rebound and a putback no good from Phillips. And here comes Heritage down the floor. It's Willis. Willis going up with the left hand, absorbs some contact. Actually went up with the right hand, no good. Gets his own rebound and goes up again and is fouled by Leighton Phillips and will go to the line again.
Yeah.
He has been at the line frequently this
Yeah,
quarter.
and he's frustrated with himself that he missed that first one.
Yeah, that one.
And as soon as he got fouled, he was a little frustrated too, because I think he knows how abysmal it's been at the free throw line for him.
That one, first one he missed a bunny right there, and I can see why he would be frustrated with that. But a chance to redeem himself at the free throw line, and he just can't knock him down tonight. Well, maybe it's just one of those nights at the free throw line, but he's definitely making it up with his defensive play, and he's been able to score on some of those attempts inside the lane as well as a three ball. But he did nail that one and makes it 50-21 Heritage.
He keeps making the second one. He's upset with himself because, I mean, to be honest, you want to miss the second one at least so you can get a rebound opportunity. Travel
by Liam Polk offensively for East Rankin. Yeah, I mean, I love to see the frustration, though. At least, you know, he not happy.
Cares. Absolutely,
not happy. Yeah, you see a lot of care in him. He has the basketball now. Gets it inside of the right elbow to Weber. Now into the corner. Now inside to Shelton. Shelton goes up, his shot no good, gets a rebound and just throws one up and it falls.
Yeah, and all that started with a no-look pass from Chris Willis. He's really good at those.
2 seconds left, the last second shot for East Rankin. It's no good, and that will end the third quarter here from Heritage Academy. End of the third, and Heritage leads 52-21 over East Rankin, looking to move to 1-0 on the season. Britt, we also have the rest of our Heritage Academy sponsors for the 2025 season.
Yes, we do.
Let me hear them.
All right, we'd like to give a big thank you to Smiles by Callaway, TE Lot CPAs and Advisors, Perma Corp, Lindsay Clemens and Associates Real Estate Closing Law Firm, North Mississippi Vascular Care, Century 21 Doris Hardy and Associates, Pat Witten, Associate Broker, Phillips Contracting Company, Mugshots Grill and Bar, Columbus Orthopedic, Trout Family Dentistry, Columbus Fence, Quality Beverage, McShan Lumber, WJ Enterprises, Matt Winter Farm Bureau Insurance, S&S Landscaping, ES Sorbent Warehouse, Gastroenterology Associates, Legacy Real Estate Group, Grislin Air Conditioning, Plumbing and Heating, BSN Sports, and Tracy Bryan, Nichols Wealth. We'd like to thank you for sponsoring 2025-2026 Heritage Athletics. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Britt. And with 8 minutes to go in the ball game, Heritage leads 52-21 over East Rankin. A little bit of swag surfing playing here inside the gym. Student section rocking a little bit. Britt to my left also rocking a little bit.
You know, you gotta have some fun here.
East Rankin with the basketball and an early 2 points from Harrison Smith to start the scoring here in the fourth quarter.
Harrison Smith, like the Viking safety?
Does share a name with the Viking safety, Harrison Smith. Meanwhile, Willis with the basketball for Heritage. Tried to wrap around pass inside to Austin Stump.
Looks like Harrison Smith stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, ball was not free of Stump, but while Harrison Smith was fighting for it, he was out of bounds. So it'll be Heritage basketball. Inbound. And now they kick into the corner to Deuce Walker. He'll try three. It's short. Rebound for Stump, and his shot no good as well.
I think that's I'm not sure if it was him or his brother that had an air ball three earlier in the game, but I think that's his second one, if it was him.
Both of them have tried. It's a nice layup on the other end from Braden Ingram, and
nice little and one.
He's also fouled, yes, Britt. So he'll go to the line to try and convert the three-point play, but yeah, both Deuce and Tylen Walker, yeah, they've tried some threes in this ball game, haven't been able to fall as much. And a shot good from the free throw line, so 52-26.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, they really just haven't needed to shoot a lot of threes. Like, obviously, you want to do it. You want to have that sort of dynamic aspect of your offense. But, I mean, they've been getting inside the paint. It's been working. They just haven't really needed to do it.
You're exactly right. Just really hadn't needed the makes tonight.
Absolutely not. And they've only shot, that was probably maybe the 4th three-point attempt, maybe the 3rd. I don't know. It has not been many.
Heritage continuing to swing the basketball, but 3-second violation on William Golden.
Yeah, and that was a three-point attempt, and of course he made it, but unfortunately the violation was called.
Heritage, as we've mentioned tonight, has done a good job of swinging the basketball around the perimeter. Ball really continuously moving.
Here we just have more of that smothering defense.
A foul inside, really a hand check call on Weber, as he was guarding the big man inside Harrison Smith. So foul on Xavier Weber, and it's his 3rd, team's 2nd. Inbound to Ingram, driving right side baseline, gets it to the man who inbounded the basketball, and Polk. Now to Divley, now back to Polk. Polk driving down the right side, and layup no good, followed by Ingram, finds its way home.
There we go. He's finally stringing together some points. Wasn't able to make a lot of his layups fall in the early part of the game, but he's found a little bit of a rhythm here.
Weber, meanwhile, with a left elbow jump shot, and it falls. That a product of Heritage continuously swinging the basketball, and they end up getting a wide open shot. A foul on the other end on Heritage. And Divley draws a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. 5:53 to go in the ball game. 54-28, Heritage on top of East Rankin. First free throw is good from Divley. Again, I'm Ty Goldman alongside Britt Vine. As Heritage Academy looks to move to 1-0 on the season. Second free throw no good, but a rebound by Ingram, and the putback is good.
He's got a nice little hot streak going.
Down the floor is Willis with a basketball. Willis has been a presence offensively tonight for Heritage Academy. He's driving left, kicks into the corner to Deuce Walker. Now back up top to Willis, now back to Walker. Walker driving from the left side with his right hand. Ball kicked all the way in the corner to Brennan Frazier. 3-ball no good. Tipped out and rebounded by Weber. Back to Frazier, who tries a 3-ball after a dribble and a step back, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Deuce Walker, and a little bit too physical of play. He fouls on the rebound attempt, and it'll go the way of East Rankin.
I gotta say, before I forget about this, Heritage, they make some beautiful passes. I mean,
they do.
They're very careful. Like, they make some very risky passes, but they're never sporadic or careless. It's always
seems like they know what they're doing.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's a good way to say that. But I mean, just some really good ball movement tonight. It's been even that has just been really fun to watch. Just goes to show how much of a basketball nerd I am.
Into the corner to Frazier. He'll try a 3 and it doesn't fall. Ball saved inbounds by Ingram, and here comes East Rankin. Oh, and Willis comes out of nowhere and steals the basketball. He's down the floor behind the back pass, and that's one that.
Man, the second I say something, that's the 3rd or 4th time that's happened tonight. Maybe I should just shut up.
Yeah, that's one that you try and give him props.
Man.
And that one just thrown out of bounds. A good idea from Chris Willis, just out of the reach.
He was just going for style points. He smiled afterward after that went out of bounds. So.
Yeah, and head coach Andrew Howell not really upset with that. I mean, that's the right play there. Just couldn't come up with it. Steal for Heritage defensively, and Xavier Weber down the floor. A nice acrobatic layup with the right hand that falls. Seen a lot of that tonight. Some great athleticism on this Patriots club.
That must be nice to have hops like that.
Yeah, I wish we had hops like that. As you see it right there with Tylen Walker skying high to grab the
My
rebound.
goodness. Head almost touches the rim every time.
Back to Walker in the corner for a three. It's off. Rebound, though, for Brennan Frazier. He drives left side, tries a shot just in front of the block. It's no good. Tipped out by William Golden, but nobody was out there to get it. So a good idea, but nobody out there to grab that rebound.
Yeah, and just to add on, it's more missed threes. I mean, they've been shooting a good bit more. You know, soon after I said they haven't shot that many, they tried 4 or 5 this quarter, but I don't think any of them have really fallen.
Driving down low is Ingram. He is the ball stolen away from him by Frazier. Frazier with it on the right side, driving into the lane, kicks out to Weber. Weber on the left wing has an open three as they backed off of him, and he makes them pay. Nice shot from Xavier Weber. Ingram really backed off of him and made him pay. And as soon as
I said,
that's right, as soon as you said Heritage is struggling with threes, maybe you need to say Heritage is struggling with things, and then it'll reverse jinx it.
Exactly.
Heritage with a rebound now down the floor to Frazier. Frazier goes up, absorbs some contact, and a layup with the right hand.
That was quick. He had it in his left hand almost all the way through. Quickly switched to his right.
61-33. Heritage leads by 28. 2:45 and counting to play here in the ballgame. A couple of Patriots set to check in. Foul called on Heritage. And I'll get you who's on the floor whenever they let the subs in the ball game, and they should here. Well, that was a foul, so there was going to go to the line is Ingram. So after this first free throw, I'll get you who's in the ball game for Heritage. A couple of reserves going to come in. First free throw good from Ingram. So in the game for Heritage, Brody Watrous. Let's see who else we got in. Trying to make sure we get everybody. Watrous, Talon Walker in the game. Hollis Fenstermaster in the game.
I don't know if
Lockhart Garner.
I don't know if number 30 is on our roster.
Yeah, I don't have number 30 on our roster. So apologize about that. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Heritage. So don't have him on our roster.
He's got the Kareem goggles on, though. I like it.
He does. I do like that. Being safe. Walker with the basketball here in the corner after the inbound. He goes inside the lane. He was held.
I thought that was not going to get called for a second, and I was going to be very appalled by that.
Yeah, Polk holds Walker. That one was on the floor.
That's worth the 10-yard penalty right there.
Baseline inbound for Heritage. Oh, ball tipped up in the air and stolen away. Now throw down the floor and a careless pass down the floor.
Boy.
And here comes Watrous.
This is where the turnovers can start to come into play when you got these reserve players that are in.
Now down the floor again is Heritage. A layup in transition from Leighton Phillips. (61-37) the score. Walker with the basketball. Under 2 minutes to play here in the ballgame. Heritage closing in on a 1-0 start. Walker kicking in the corner to Watrous. Watrous driving inside, right-handed floater, no good. Bench was going to erupt if he made that one.
Yeah, that was tough. Just couldn't quite get it to fall.
Driving inside is Phillips, goes up with the right hand, no good. Both players for Heritage and East Rankin fighting for the rebound. It'll go out on the hands of Braden Ingram. And Heritage will have the basketball. Walker bringing it down the floor. Driving inside is Walker. Down low, the ball stolen away. And a foul. Tough foul down the other way.
Oh, we have a player down.
And down on the floor is Talon Walker. Hope he's all right. I think he's all right.
He's
okay.
I think
he gives a thumbs up.
Double thumbs up.
I think he was just laying there. I think trying to probably catch his breath.
Yeah, probably just getting a breather.
He's been running around the floor all night tonight. Now also going to check in for Heritage is going to be Thomas Caldwell, who's waiting to check in after this free throw. First free throw good from Liam Polk, and Caldwell's going to check in replacing Tyler Walker.
Yeah, Tyler Walker limping just a little bit. coming to the bench. So,
Well, I tell you
hope
what,
he's okay.
ice up and he'll be ready for the ball game up next.
He'll be flying around the court soon again, I'm sure.
61-39, a minute 15 and counting to go in the game. Subs in for Heritage. It's Finstermacher who tries a three. Up, no good. Ball tipped around, fault for, rebounded by East Rankin. Bodies on the floor. They throw it down the floor. Now ball into the corner, falling down, and the ball is rebounded by.
And this is where the
East
basketball
Rankin.
game gets a little bit ugly.
It could. A Polk down the floor just missed the floater. And Polk with the basketball now to Dibley. Three ball up, no good. Rebound, and now it's still being fought for on the floor. And a rebound, and Watrous will bring it up the floor for Heritage. 35 seconds to go in the game. And, oh, man. Watrous just threw it up, and maybe he wanted a foul but didn't get one.
I thought he got fouled.
Ball is out on East Rankin, and so Heritage will inbound. A kick into the corner. Three ball up from Finstermacher. No good. Rebound East Rankin. Down the floor, it's inside now to Ingram, who is fouled. 19.5 seconds to go in the game. 61-39 the score. Just about to be finished here in the ball game. Heritage going to move to 1-0 on the season. That free throw good from Braden Ingram, the junior. Start the year off right after a state title last season.
That's right.
And also good, so now Heritage leads by 20. I'm sure the Patriots will probably just run this clock out. Got to, of course, get across the half-court line. Finstermacher with it, ball knocked away. East Rankin still playing some physical defense, and Watrous going to throw it down inside. Ball blocked, and down the floor comes East Rankin, and the clock runs out in the ball game. Your final score: Heritage Academy 61, East Rankin Academy 41. Heritage Academy boys move to 1-0 on the season, coming off a 5A state title last year, getting the year started off right. Some thoughts from you, Britt, and we'll send it into a break and then come back for the post-game show.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good starting game. Like you said, shaking off the rust a little bit. I think that they successfully did that. Did a great job scoring in the paint. They eventually were able to knock some threes down kind of late in the, or early in the fourth quarter, excuse me. But yeah, overall, I think a very clean game from them. And I think East Rankin also played a pretty good game as well as far as things go. So,
well, hey, we'll just keep it here and do the post-game show now, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
No sense in sending into a break. So again, yeah, Heritage wins 61-41. Saw a lot of great defense tonight from Heritage. They were really, really physical. I really enjoyed the defensive play I saw from them. Also, offensively, too, kind of started to get into their own, especially in the third quarter. Scored a lot in that third quarter. Some players that maybe you thought played good tonight from Heritage. I want to hear some that you were impressed by tonight.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, Chris Willis, just you saw his athleticism all night long. Just he was making plays left and right. He did really good scoring the basketball. I think Xavier Weber did a good job. He was having a hard time with his shots falling, but he eventually did get them to fall. And then, of course, Deuce Walker and Tylen Walker both played really good. And, of course, Deuce had foul trouble a little bit early on in the game, so yeah, he had to sit out a good bit. But I think that he made a good impact defensively when he was in the game. And he had some very tough finishes toward the end of the second quarter. So I think that those are four players that I really like. I also really like Brennan Frazier. Obviously, he had those two big threes back-to-back early in either the first or the second quarter. I don't exactly remember, but really good defense from him. He also had a few fouls in this game, kind of got in trouble early on, but I feel like he played a really good game, and he's a really valuable asset to this offense.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of those guys you mentioned played really, really well tonight. Like the way Braden Shelton played underneath for Heritage there in that second half. Had at least a rough outing in the first half in terms of scoring the basketball. Got a couple of buckets to go in the second half. Thought he played really, really well for Heritage. Going to be big for them down the just to to go through this year, as they're going to need a presence underneath, and I think he certainly can be a presence underneath.
Absolutely.
So a lot of players on the floor tonight that were impressive. Those guys you mentioned played really, really well. So a lot to be excited about. If you're a fan of Heritage Academy, this is a really good basketball team coached by Andrew Howell. Also, your assistant coaches, Jay Lofton and Cannon Yates. Really exciting team. A lot of fast-paced action. Saw that defense really forced a lot of turnovers tonight from East Rankin. I think also offensively you saw some aggressiveness in terms of driving the basketball. Saw some athleticism in the way some of those players finished. And also when you look at it too, you had you swung the ball around the perimeter really, really well. It resulted in some open threes. Some of those you weren't able to make because shots just weren't falling tonight from outside. But I think you can be at least encouraged by how your offense looked tonight in terms of how the ball was just consistently moving.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing to watch. I don't think until the fourth quarter, I think there was maybe one Heritage pass that was like careless and resulted in a turnover. Every other pass was intentional. It got to its place. Even if it wasn't the prettiest, it got there, and it was just really good ball movement, really, really fun to watch from this group.
Well, yeah, there was a lot tonight to be excited about in terms of going into the rest of the season. Again, a Heritage team coming off a 5A state title last year after going 24-6. This team has a lot of talent. Coach Andrew Howell talked to me at the beginning of the year, mentioned he thinks they're probably deeper than they were last season, and that I think this team might be poised to make a run once again this year. Any final thoughts from you, Britt? And I'll also mention our sponsors one more time, but any final thoughts for you, Britt, before we get into our sponsors and then send it off for the night?
Yeah, just kind of what you said. Lots to look forward to this year, and I'm really excited to continue to call these boys games as well as the girls games. But I mean, this boys team looks really, really good. I'm really excited to see them play an opponent of their same caliber, because that is going to be an insane game.
Oh, you're exactly right. So we'll get into our Heritage Academy sponsors for one last time tonight. I'll do the first half, and Britt, you can do the second half. So your 2025 Heritage Academy sponsors: Tompkins Law Firm, Bank First, Elite Physical Therapy, Falcon Contracting, Zachary's Restaurant, Chick-fil-A Columbus, International Paper, Southern Pipe and Supply, Life Choices Pregnancy Care Center, Allegro Family Clinics, Allegro OBGYN, Atlas Recovery and Towing, BOSS Realty, Woodard Law, Sunflower, Truesdale Plumbing, Bill Russell Ford Lincoln, Curtis Optometry Group, Holsey Logging and Grand Trucking, Squincher, Wheeler Roofing, and Sprint Mark. Go ahead, Britt, with the second half.
Smiles by Callaway, TE Lot, CPAs and Advisors, Permacorp, Lindsay Clemens and Associates Real Estate Closing Law Firm, North Mississippi Vascular Care, Century 21, Doris Hardy and Associates, Patton Witten Associate Broker, Phillips Contracting Company, Mugshots Grill and Bar, Columbus Orthopedic, Trout Family Dentistry, Columbus Fence, Quality Beverage, McShan Lumber, WJ Enterprises, Matt Winter Farm Bureau Insurance, SNS Landscaping, ES Sorbent Warehouse, Gastroenterology Associates, Legacy Real Estate Group, Brislin Air Conditioning, Plumbing and Heating, BSN Sports, and Tracy Bryan Nicholswell. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this season of Heritage Athletics. We appreciate you guys greatly.
Well said there, Britt. Appreciate you for grabbing that second half of our sponsors.
Yes, sir.
And appreciate you broadcasting with me tonight. It's been a pleasure, a fun night of broadcasting.
Absolutely.
Heritage Academy basketball, both girls and boys. So our next home broadcast will be next Thursday. Let me find real quick who that is again, or who that is against again. Next Thursday, it'll be at home against Hartfield Academy. Both the girls and boys will play. But before that, both girls and boys teams will travel to Winston Academy to take on Winston Academy on next Monday. So next Monday, team is at Winston Academy, and then our next home broadcast will be next Thursday as both teams face Hartfield Academy. But that's going to do it tonight from Heritage Academy here in Columbus, Mississippi. Heritage boys win 61-41 over East Rankin Academy. For Britt Vine, I'm Ty Goldman. Thank you so much for listening to the Heritage Sports Network. Everybody, have a great rest of your night.